Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into Exicure Inc.'s latest filing, and let's just say Nasdaq had a little something to say. We're looking at a Form 8K, which is basically a current report that companies file when something significant happens they need to tell everyone about right away. Think of it like breaking news for businesses. The big news here happened on August 4th of last year, 2025. This report is all about Exicure Inc., a company incorporated in Delaware. Now, Exicure's main thing is their common stock, which is traded on a big exchange. They are listed on the Nasdaq stock market. That's a pretty major stock exchange, so being there means they've met certain standards. This number 8153333508 is like their company's social security number, their IRS employer identification number. It helps the government keep track of them. The really juicy part is under other events. On August 4th, Exicure announced they received a letter from Nasdaq. This announcement was made through a press release. Now, when a company gets a letter from Nasdaq, especially if it's about their stock listing, it's usually because they might not be meeting certain rules. This is important because if a company can't meet those rules, their stock could be delisted, meaning it wouldn't be traded on the Nasdaq anymore. That's a big deal for investors as it can make it much harder to buy or sell shares. This section just tells us what other documents are attached to this report. Here we see the press release itself is included as Exhibit 99.1. This would contain the official statement from Exicure about that Nasdaq letter. And then there's this little technical detail, a cover page interactive data file. This is for electronic reporting, making the information more accessible for computers that are reading these filings. Signing off on this report is Andy Yu, the Chief Executive Officer of Exicure. CEOs are ultimately responsible for making sure these reports are accurate and filed on time. Now, let's put this all together. Exicure Inc. is letting everyone know that on August 4th, 2025, they got a letter from Nasdaq. While the finding itself doesn't reveal the exact contents of that letter, typically such letters are related to a company's stock performance, or whether they are meeting listing requirements. For instance, Nasdaq has rules about maintaining a minimum stock price, or having a certain number of publicly traded shares, and even about how much public float a company must have. If a company falls below these standards, they get a warning notice, and then they have a specific period to get back into compliance. If they don't, it can indeed lead to delisting. Given that this is a current report finding, it suggests the situation is significant enough that the company felt obliged to inform its shareholders and the public immediately. Without the actual press release, we don't know the specifics of the concern, but the fact that they are filing an 8K on this topic signals that it's a priority and something investors should definitely be aware of. It's a reminder that being listed on a major exchange isn't automatic. Company felt obliged to inform its shareholders. So what's my take on this? Well, any communication from Nasdaq demanding attention is a red flag investors should pay close attention to. It could mean Exicure is facing headwinds in its stock performance or operational metrics. The biggest risk here is clearly the potential for delisting, which would significantly impact liquidity and investor confidence. The opportunity, however, lies in how proactively Exicure addresses whatever issue Nasdaq has raised. If they can swiftly rectify the situation and demonstrate a clear path back to compliance, it could actually be a positive signal about their management's ability to navigate challenges. For now, the big unknown is the nature of the problem, and we'd need that press release to get a clearer picture. And alright, that's our brief dive into Exicure's latest update. What do you think this Nasdaq letter signifies for the company? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more decoded corporate news. Also, join our Discord community for even more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.